Once I've got my string tied, I'm going to go ahead and do the same process as the pink and the purple and just create a random pattern. But for this one, you want to especially make sure that you keep the pattern in mind, so to not mix the blue with the pink. So now that I've covered the top of my egg to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and cut the string and double knot it. Once you've double knotted, cut off the remaining string. And this is what mine looks like now. So as you can see, the blue went over the pink, but it is still keeping the shape of the pattern, making sure that the blue is not inside of the pink detail itself. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this pattern with the middle and the bottom, and then I'll show you the finished result. So now that I have finished with the blue section in the middle, I have tied off my string, and this is what it looks like. So now all that I have remaining is to do the bottom part, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill my border with the black string. Again, you want to make sure that your colors do not mix. I had one string that was out of place, and I was just able to lift it up and move it behind another nail. So again, following the same process, you're just going to make another double knot, and then you're going to go ahead and create the pattern of your choosing, with mine being random. Now that I've finished, I'm going to go ahead and double knot off my string. Now that we've finished with the string, you can go ahead and move the scraps and the template out of your way. This is what my finished egg looks like. As you can see, none of the colors have blended together, and each row has maintained its shape. The last and final step, which is completely optional, is to take some black string and create a border. So you're going to take your black string, you're going to choose one of the nails on the border, and you're going to double knot it. I'm choosing to go from the bottom around, but you can go from the side or from the top, just as long as it's included in the border. Once you cut the rest of your string, you can go ahead and loop it around the border of the egg. I'm going to do this action a couple of times because I want the border to really stand out. Once you've gone around about 4 to 6 times, you're going to go ahead and push the string down, and then you're going to tie it off again in a double knot. Don't don't forget to remove the rest of the string. So now that you've got your outline done, this is what it should look like. And now we're going to go ahead and do the border on the detail. So once again, you're going to take your string and double knot it to a nail that's involved in the border. You can choose to go all in one motion from the outside to the inside, but I like to do it in stages to make sure that I cover all of the area. So now taking my string, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did for the border of the egg and go a couple of rounds to make sure that it stands out. So just following the pattern that was created with the detail, I'm going to go ahead and loop around a couple of times. So once again, going around about 4 to 6 times, you're going to go ahead and cut the string and tie it off in a double knot. Remember to push down your string. And this is what the first chevron pattern looks like after it's had the black border put around it. So now I'm going to move on to do the same thing but on the purple. And depending on the string that you've bought, it can take you less than 4 to 6 times and it can take you more. You just have to play around with the string to figure out how thick it is and how much it'll show. Because the string I'm using is a little bit thinner, I'm going to decide to go a few more rounds than if I had a thicker string. So now that I've gone about the number of rounds that I wanted to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut the string and double knot it again. Once you've pushed down your string and cut off the remaining excess from your last double knot, you have your completed Easter egg project. So as you can see, each part now pops a little bit more because of the border. All the colors are separated, and you can clearly tell that it is an Easter egg. In conclusion, string art projects can be tedious at times, and you may have to go back and change a few things, but the result is a cute piece of artwork that you can hang around your house. I chose to do an Easter egg today, but there are so many themes that can be done, whether it's characters or movies or music, or this is another piece that I've done. You can do school logos as well. This one took me a little bit more time because of the detail on the sword part, but I did the same pattern following a random motion with different colors with the black border showing. String art is very customizable for every person, from the board you choose to the colors of art to the theme that you decide. Every person will be able to enjoy string art, and I hope you've enjoyed. Any questions?